morning, everybody. Wherever you are, how you may be listening, this is your Wednesday wrap up. We got Herb in the house. We got good stuff to talk about. How's your day going? What do you got going for Turkey Day?
I am good, and I have made a mistake of placing you in the background at the same time.
I was like, what is happening over there?
Yeah, I'm hearing both of you. Sorry about that. I am good, man. I am late and on time at the same time this morning, so it's a great morning to start.
Nice.
So, yes, it's fun times.
Appreciate
Thank
that,
you,
TJ.
And what's up, Mom? And what's up, Win? It's a good morning, man. Let's get this. Oh, I'm ready.
National Jukebox Day. Okay. And Cake Day.
How do those get lumped together? It's like because nobody's going to pay attention to the jukebox part, so we're all going for the cake.
So it's Cake Day, so you're having a party. You need the jukebox. Got to have music. I guess.
So we can only party where there's a jukebox. Though, is that what we're saying?
Well, yeah, it's old timey. It's a 1950s.
Oh wow! All right, I'm in.
When I see a true jukebox, I do throw some change in it anyway. So even if I wasn't going to put on music, if there's like an old school one, I will still do it.
So now we have a thought for the morning, something to go after, folks. That's what we're going to do.
Absolutely. So Shedeur Sanders has his first start, right? And the thing that's funny with Shedeur is the fan base, it's either one way or the other, right?
Yes.
Morning.
What's up, Nick? Good morning.
Like there's no gray area, right?
No.
It's either the group of people that are like, Shedeur is trash and all of this, or it's he's the best guy to ever play the sport. There's no middle ground that actually has like common sense, right?
Right.
So I don't know what it is, but like so polarized, it's crazy. And so he wins, right? But it's against a terrible Raiders team. And people are acting like he put up a ridiculously awesome stat line. He was 11 for 20 for 200 yards, right? Like this isn't awesome. He had one touchdown, an interception, and like a 87 QBR. None of this is like hallmark awesomeness, especially against a defense, against a team that is terrible.
Right.
Everybody's making this about how Shedeur is amazing and he won this game, glossing over the fact they sacked Geno 10 times.
Right.
I feel like I have an idea what led to that win. Like,
yes.
Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want to take anything away from the kid. It was his first start. He was okay. Like, it was a decent first start. And, people are coming out and they're like, he's so much better than Gabriel. Well, if you go back to Dylan's first start, it's almost the exact same stat line, but he had 2 touchdowns, no pick, and like a 94 QBR, right? So, like, it's a very similar stat line.
Right.
But they lost to a Vikings team that, despite the record, is actually pretty solid. And that one was led by Carson Wentz anyway. So, it was a better team at that time. But it's almost the same stat line. And you're like, he's so much better than Gabriel. And it's like, I feel like the numbers don't support any of that.
What you're saying. Right.
Cool.
Yeah. I think the first thing you said is like the most accurate. It's somewhere in the middle, and that's okay. You don't have to trash him or super build him up just to be like, okay, this is what it was. First off, if it's his first start and you're game 11, 12, whatever, right, this late in the season, you shouldn't be expecting world-beating stuff from a rookie in his first start on a terrible team this late in the year. This has nothing to do with what the future of you think Shedeur is, no matter what side of it's going to be. Like, getting long-term thoughts from this one start is just like ridiculous to me. Imagine if we did long-term thoughts on Peyton Manning's whole first year. You'd have been like, get that guy out the league, right? So I don't get it. And I hate that, somebody I know that's listening, like a friendship that I know of was lost over this take. And when one of the person called me, I said, there is no way I would have any strong feelings. First about the Sanders family. Like, I don't, Deion was great. Shedeur was good at Colorado. They did great for that. Other than that, if Shedeur retired tomorrow, like, it's not going to affect my day one way or another. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not invested in any of this stuff. But back to the specific point, can't he just be happy to be a rookie, to win his first start? What's up, Carol?
Hey.
Appreciate stopping by. Yep, happy Thanksgiving. We'll probably catch up with you later. Can we just be happy that a rookie won his first start in the NFL and, like, just that be a good building block for whatever comes next? Because, like you said, his team's terrible. The team he's playing was terrible. 10 sacks. The defense played well. He wasn't asked to do a whole lot. And all of that is fine. It's not a negative or a positive for him. It's just like, hey, you won. See what happens next. Nothing that happens. He could lose the rest of the starts the rest of this year, and I'm still not going to say, oh, well, he's trash. There's nothing else they could do. No, we have no idea. Okay? No idea. And that's for Gabriel as well. Neither one of these makes sense.
No, and that's the thing, right? Is you're looking at this and you're just like, okay, now I'm with you. I'm not invested either way. I'm not a Shedeur fan. I'm not a Shedeur hater. Like, I don't care. I hope the kid does well. But it doesn't matter either way, right? And you look at what he did and you're like, okay, there's some things I liked, right? Like that touch pass over the top, beautiful pass. Awesome.
Right.
But then he made some bad decisions. He still doesn't climb the pocket. He kind of runs himself into some trouble. Like, so there's things that he does that you saw in college that, he hasn't worked through yet. And all of that's okay. Like, that's the thing that doesn't make sense to me. Like, he can come out and have an average start, which is really what it is. 50% throwing isn't exactly lighting the world up. A touchdown, a pick, a couple 100 yards. Like, nothing about that is awe-inspiring. But he had a couple of things that you saw that you're like, okay, I like that, right? Like, that looks good. Right. And I'm sure I sound like a hater. But at the same time,
this is where the Shedeur lovers come into effect. You don't listen to anything that anybody says. You're either 1,000% behind him, or you hate him, and it's actually neither one of those two things.
No, like
give an honest assessment of his first start and stop.
Like, it was a solid start, and it's okay to not be a world beater day one. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Just admit that you skipped every good thing that we said and are trying to cherry pick the bad stuff and be upset about it. Hey, if that's what makes your day start at 8 a.m, go for it, Kyle. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, sir.
Kyle's mad about it though. So,
which I don't understand. Why is anybody like, you're not going to get strong feelings out of
it feels early to be this angry. But, in any event, so that actually kind of proves my point, though, is there really is no gray area. It seems like people are either just like over the top, Shedeur can do no wrong, like Kyle here, or it doesn't matter what he does, he's terrible, right? Like, I don't know why people can't just be happy that he got a win.
Yep.
And understand that the stat line wasn't great. There was things that looked good and there's things that didn't. It's his first start. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's what I thought of it. I was happy for him to get the win. And I'm like, can he build on it? And he gets another start. That's good. He's finally getting to work with the ones, and we'll go. So we'll see what happens from here, man. I just don't think your first start tells much about it. Yeah, it's not at all for or against the person, man. I feel like we're both right in the middle. Cool with whatever happens.
The thing is like, we're not rooting for him to fail. Like, we want to see him do well. We don't think he probably will at least I don't think he will for the Browns. And that has nothing, that is not an indictment.
No.
That is the Browns as an organization is horrendous. And so, like, I don't think either one of those quarterbacks is going to have great success with the Browns because there are 42 other quarterbacks that can say, hey, you know what? We also didn't have success here that went on to do things other places. So the narrative that they're setting Shedeur up to fail and all of this. It's like, which quarterback did they set up for success? Because I don't remember seeing one of those.
Yes.
So,
yes.
But that being said, again, I hope he does well. I'm just not invested either way. But you end up with, Shedeur fans that are like, you must hate him. It's like, no, like just because I say I like grapes doesn't mean I hate apples. Like that is not what that means. So in any event, I knew it would spin somebody up. Kyle, thanks for stopping by. I'm sure he's already checked out, but oh man, good stuff. Speaking of overreactions when it comes to quarterbacks, Bryce Young also exists in the world, and this one was hilarious because I got to see this one put together in real time because I know the person that wrote these, and I didn't get the headlines prepped for this show as far as graphics. It's probably better anyway, but it was funny. So let me grab it real quick just because the way it reads is absolutely hilarious. So 2 weeks ago, he has a big win. He looked pretty solid against a awful team, right? And it says, Bryce Young is him. Bryce Young deserves respect and patience from the Carolina Panthers. You're like, okay. I mean, it was one good game, but whatever. This last week, he catches an L. Move on from Bryce with a question mark. Bryce Young is the Carolina Panthers' biggest problem. This is the same writer. Writer. These are 7 days apart. So what was funny about it? Hey, what's happening, Brad? What was funny about that is he sent me that other article, and then I sent him a screenshot of the one from last week. And I was like, which one is it?
Right.
Is he him or are we moving on? Like these are 7 days. Like this isn't like a year apart where you're like, oh, you know what? I got some new information. We've seen him play a bunch more games. Like this is literally last week to this week. I was cracking up. I was like, man, I can't get on board with that. Like let him get a body of work. Now, I don't think Bryce Young is that guy. I mean, I don't. But that doesn't mean he shouldn't be playing. Like, let's see what he has. Carolina Panthers have done such kind of crazy work with their quarterbacks. Like, give him some consistent starts.
Right. and I mean, this is the first year that they've got him another wide receiver and a good running game to go with it. And it's always hard. I'm a Bama fan. Like, unlike the previous quarterback, I am a little more tied to this one. So I'm going to be more biased. But it's Bryce Young to me is in a weird position where it's like, I don't think he's done enough to earn, like his rookie extension. But I also don't know what they're going to do if they move on from him. Are they just going to try and redraft, especially when he's got him playing kind of like middle of the pack, right? And one win away. Had they won this last game, what are they first in the NFC South with the Tampa Bay loss, I think, or pulled up. So it's kind of, you're in a very, very weird spot where this is probably the most supported he's been. Mm-hmm. But there's also, outside of that 300-yard game, he's won several games with like 100, 150-yard games, right? It's just like one of the most difficult things, to see what do you actually think of him. And I think us Bama fans are like, oh, no, he's great. It's all Carolina's fault. Yeah, but at some point you got to elevate what's around you no matter what it is. And I don't know. You
can't just miss targets, right? Like even if the scheme isn't good, when you got a wide open guy, you got to be able to complete the pass. So it's sort of kind of a main piece of the job, really. Like,
yeah.
So
it's just a really weird position to be in with Bryce. Probably.
So Nick, I agree, kind of. He did look confused. Saleh is a great DC. I am not debating that at all. The problem is they did have a bunch of takeaways, and if you can't capitalize on 3 interceptions in the first half. I mean, like at some point your offense has to do something. Like Saleh may be a great DC, but he's not a magician, right? It's not just like, oh, you will never go anywhere beyond the 50. Like that's not. If he is, I want my Seahawks to go hire the guy. Like, you're just winning ring after ring. So I mean, we can't pretend that that Bryce looked good in any facet. Like you got to be able to move the offense, especially when you're getting extra possessions.
Right. Plus, it's the NFL. There's gonna be a lot of good DCs and a lot of good defenses. So it's like I said, I'm what's up, Big Mike? Roll Tide, brother. I'm split because I'm a Bama fan and I want to see him do well. But a lot of the stat lines are not just great. And so, if you're Carolina, what are you? Because he is coming up. Is it next year that is they'd have to pull the trigger on it for his rookie extension? I mean, it's coming up quick.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think it is next year.
Yeah. So a decision has to be made pretty quickly, which I honestly wouldn't know what to tell. I mean, you're not going to be picking great if they continue to play like this and in a terrible division. So, you won't be like a top 10, but
yeah, I mean,
what
do you do the because he was a first rounder, right?
Yeah,
so
he was number one. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I think what you do there is you probably pick up the 5th year, be like, hey, like we need to see some more development here. I can't. Right. I'd have a hard time paying him. Right. Now, to be fair, I also said I would have had a hard time paying Chad, a hard time paying Jordan Love after 7 good games, right? They give him $55 million a year after really a rough start and then 7 good games. And they're like, $55 million. It's like, ooh, okay. Tua, right? I would have had a hard time paying Tua. Like I couldn't wrap my head around it. The guy's injured all the time. He's had 1 healthy season. Well,
Trevor Lawrence in that same boat. Like everyone is getting the money these days without the wins. So
yeah,
better durability for sure.
This is gonna feel weird to say. I think Tua is a better quarterback. And I do agree with Tua's probably never going to hit his potential either. I do like Tua's accuracy better, but I get where you're going. I get where you're going with that. So, yeah, man, I don't know. The way guys are getting signed for money right now is kind of crazy to me, because you're not having to actually prove anything. I mean, when you're looking at Tua, Trevor, Jordan, all those guys got 50, 55, 54, 55. None of them have done anything.
Right. The $50 million club came up, and I think there was 2 playoff wins among like the, and one had to be like a 30-point comeback just to get to there. But I think that was right out of 2 out of
that is, it just made me laugh.
All right, Chad.
And Chad, yeah, your defense is also not great for some reason, but despite being the highest paid defense,
yes,
yeah, so
yes, which is wild.
And that's how it used to be. You used to have to earn the contract, right? Like you usually had to go and do some work, right?
Yeah.
Be the best at the position or whatever to then get that payday. And now the market has shifted to being paid on potential, which is, it's wild to me. Like I don't get it, especially in the NFL. In the NBA, you almost kind of get it because it's just the culture they've cultivated there, right? But in the NFL,
you give me that 1 good year and you're good.
Well, but you just got to have 1 good year on the contract year. It's kind of like when they get drafted,
exactly.
When they get drafted because of a pro day. It's like, what are you just going to ignore all of the college tape, or in this case, you had one good season. You're like, oh, rookie contracts 4 years. So we're just going to ignore the first 3 years of your averaging, middling kind of career. Like what? I don't know. I want to see you do things more than once. That's why I was so apprehensive about Darnold coming here. Because it's just like, all right, well, I mean, we've seen him have one good year. He had a couple of good starts in other places, but mostly it was underwhelming. And, and he's been balling out. So, like, obviously I was wrong on that. But at the same time, it was 1 year. So I shouldn't be like, he's that guy. And it's like, yeah, but we've seen like 8 other years where he wasn't that guy.
Right. The problem is now the Darnolds of the world make it worse for the next person because now they're all like, see, one good year. Then he had another good year after it. So we got to continue to pay these guys. And everybody uses the Darnold thing as, let's keep it going. But no, it is. NBA, I think, was worse at it for a long time because every contract year guy got paid. And then like the first year of their new contract, they were always terrible. But you guaranteed all their money. So it doesn't, it never mattered. This guy was like eating donuts on the bench. Like they were like, got my money, But yeah, I don't get it. That $50 million quarterback club was probably one of the worst to where it's come to a point. But they're paying him not just because, we think you reach your potential, but they're also like, we just don't want you to go somewhere else. And like, there's this huge fear of, I'd rather overpay you to stay here versus you take a lesser contract, you go somewhere else and it's amazing and we look bad. It's almost like pride is driving the whole thing. I just don't want you to be good for one of my competitors and I look like an idiot.
And it even makes some sense in that aspect, right? Because you don't want to guess wrong, have the guy go ball out somewhere else because the NFL, you would be fired. Unless you're, if you're a Giants person, apparently keep your job for years still. But the rest of the league, you get shown the door. So, I don't know. I'm not a fan of being paid on potential. I like to see some results that warrants the pay. Maybe I'm old. Maybe that's the problem.
Yeah. Especially from your quarterback. Well, we're both old, so I get that. But I would say, especially from your quarterback, you touch it every play. So you can kind of tell, all right, is this just a bad organization around the person and they've got it? After the Browns paid Watson, all the owners got together and said, we're never doing that ever again. But then they still paid out these high amounts, but they're not going to guarantee, like the whole contract. I think. Yeah,
they're not guaranteeing it. Although this one is a little bit different because you at least saw a couple of great years from Deshaun before that happened. Now, obviously, he had the holdout year and then all of the craziness. And so all of that stuff would have made me not want to pay this guy. But he at least showed you something to warrant a big contract.
Right.
These guys are getting paid with no evidence of being great. So that's where it's crazy to me, especially for a price tag of, upwards of 50 million.
Right.
You're just like, okay, I would have wanted to see these guys in their rookie deals, like getting deep in the playoffs or, at least elevating the talent around you. You still have Trevor Lawrence having unassisted fumbles and you have Tua that can't stay on the field and Jordan Love is, Jekyll and Hyde, depending on, who shows up for the day. So none of that says, hey, 55 mil, let's go. I mean,
right.
I agree. I want to see more consistent play. I mean, it's for that same reason that Baker didn't, right? He had kind of up and down play. He really hurt himself when he was injured, going out there and putting out bad tape, because the one thing the NFL is consistent on is if you have ugly tape, it is rough on your career. And he happened to do it in the last year. They moved on from him. Obviously, it's ultimately worked out. But at the same time, he's only making, $35 million a year.
Right.
So
you ever think he'd say that? Only 35 million?
Well, comparatively, right?
No, I get it. But I'm saying, don't you think that's like we've got to the point where, Baker's only making 35 and we're like, damn, he's going to be on the streets.
Yeah, I know. Right?
You know, and Baker, the best
bus.
quarterback that you've mentioned in this, or at least from results wise, and having to carry. And I think that's also what kind of separates you. Everyone on Baker's team gets injured, including now Baker. Yep. But he has still been out there elevating whoever has been there, versus where you see kind of like the Tuas and the Trevor Lawrences of the world. You're like, when all your pieces aren't there, it's not looking great at times, or the play is so up and down. But I feel like Baker's consistent at least, and you're going to get the fight from him every time, no matter who's out there.
That's the thing, is you know what you're getting. And I would say he's outperforming his contract, and the rest of that group is underperforming.
Yeah, I would 1,000% agree. Look at who's Baker. Like, you don't even know who's Baker's, like, who he's trotting out at quarterback and running back, like, week to week anymore. I'm sorry, wide receiver and running back week to week anymore.
Yeah, and you got number 83, Stan from the popcorn stand.
still holding his popcorn as he's running around.
Exactly. Still has the thing. Yeah, exactly. The way that they've been able to continue to win is pretty impressive. Obviously, they didn't get one this last week, but Baker may legitimately miss some time. Sounds like that was an AC joint injury, which those can have some staying power. So, but at the same time, Baker does not care about playing injured. They still own that top spot in the division. So Baker's not going to want to come out. Like, if they were a 3-win team, Baker would probably just be like, hey, you know what? I've seen this movie before. Last time I gutted it out, I got cut. So how about I just, ride the pine over here and not hurt my career. But instead, they're in first place. He's going to want to try and be that guy, right? Like, he's going to want to try and keep them in first place and get that playoff spot.
Yeah, he didn't want to come out of this last game. I think somebody had a talk with him at halftime and said, look, your last play, you went down in pain, no contact on the last throw. Like, bro, we can't keep, and a game that we're probably losing anyway. I mean, we're getting smoked in the first half. Let's just think about the future. You probably miss a couple games and in this terrible division still be okay. So,
well, yes. Yes. I mean, this division legitimately could get won with a losing record, because I fully expect the Bucs to trail off a little bit. No one else in the division is great. When you're looking through, your next best team is the Panthers, which is 500, right?
Yeah.
And the Panthers have a rough schedule coming up because they just got done with the Niners, right? They still have the Rams, they still have the Seahawks, and they have the Bucs twice. You throw, I think, the Falcons in there somewhere.
Yeah, the Saints.
Their last, or is it the Saints? So I knew they have like a win in there, but I mean, the other one could legitimately be 4 losses.
Somehow they beat the Falcons twice and lost to the Saints. So you really don't know what you're getting with the Panthers.
Well, there you go.
With one more. So, because I remember that game, because that was one of my picks, was the Panthers over them, and they, it was like 17 to 17.
I did also pick the Panthers there. Yeah,
yes.
That's right. Yeah. I think I picked the Falcons twice. In both of those losses. But yeah, so realistically, you probably say they even split with the Bucs. They are then what, a 9-win team?
Well, they're 6 right now. You're giving them the Bucs, 1 with the Bucs and 1 with the
so
Saints.
they'd be an 8-win team. They'd be an 8-win team.
You still got to steal 1 against the Seahawks or the Rams.
Well, no, I was figuring they'd have to steal 1 against the Bucs. They're going to lose. They're going to lose to the Hawks and the Rams.
Right, for sure. That would be my.
And then because you play the Bucs twice in like 3 weeks, you'll probably get one of those, and then you'll probably beat the Saints. So yeah, you end up as an 8-win team. The Bucs at the same time might also just be an 8-win team, because I mean, I don't know how many games they're going to win with Bridgewater back there and no weapons.
Did not know Bridgewater. Last time I saw Bridgewater was in a commercial. Oh, I'm sorry. We're at the halfway mark.
Oh, so we are. Hey, look at us paying attention. If you are,
my bad.
If you're listening on ICU Radio 97.3 Smooth Jazz, there is more of that coming your way. Or you can switch over to YouTube and check out the second half of the show, where we bring some more sports nonsense for you and our power rankings later at Football-Talk on YouTube. All right. So, yeah, I was looking at the standings and was not watching the time there.
Me at all. Yeah. But what's up, Alex? Roll Tide, man. Good morning. My last thought, I thought Bridgewater was just doing commercials, like he's in a progressive commercial. That was the last time I saw him, or getting kicked out of the high school one for impermissible.
So that's why
I didn't know he had. Yeah,
that's why he came back to the NFL, because he got kicked out of the high school coaching world, and so the Bucs needed a backup. He's like, I need a job, like so. And it's not like he's not a functional backup, but when you have a team that has nobody on it at this point because everybody's injured, it really doesn't matter who your quarterback is. It's not going to go particularly well. But that being said, I think the Bucs probably get 2 more wins. Right, one of them's going to be the Panthers. So this division legitimately could be won with a losing record. For sure.
Because what else the Bucs have? Cardinals, Saints, Falcons, Cardinals, Saints, Falcons, Panthers, Dolphins, Panthers.
Like they're going to lose to the Dolphins probably. They probably beat the Saints. They probably lose to the Cards. Because Cards defense is good.
Right. And Jacoby Brissett's actually not been terrible. He moves the ball. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. I mean,
he's actually moved that offense better than Kyler has.
For sure.
And now that Kyler's on IR, it's the Brissett show the rest of the way.
Right.
So, I think the Cardinals probably win there, especially because even if Baker comes back, he's not going to be right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
that's just such a terrible, terrible division. It's really bad. Oh, you're at the point where, like, man, if we can get 3 more wins, we can probably win this division easily.
The thing that's really crazy about it is there's still a path for the Falcons to win. Because they play the Jets. They play the Jets. They probably lose to the Seahawks. Then they have the Bucs, which, winnable game. They have the Cards, winnable game. They probably lose to the Rams, but then they probably beat the Saints. That would also give them 9.
Yeah. And now you've gone back to your backup quarterback, who was also your prized free agent addition. So you're like, I don't know if we got better or worse, but we're here now. So I think there's only one team in the division now that's the quarterback who started the year is actually still in there, and there's the Panthers, and they might be in one of the worst positions. We honestly don't know what's going on anymore.
You guys are not running the table, so you don't have to worry about losing in the cold because you're not going to have to play in it. Man, that's awesome. Although the Bills are falling off, so I mean, they look awful. That defense can't do anything, and Josh Allen is starting to make mistakes because that offensive line really isn't doing a good job. It's in fact, if we're going to talk about that, let me grab this video of why they haven't looked great on the offensive line. Wasn't going to include this one today, but here we are. So, let's see. Grab this video file.
Well, sooner or later, Will Anderson was going to get a sack, and there it was.
Now, he was going to get sacked on that play anyway. But we weren't watching the other guys, right? We were watching Dawkins, who literally just stood up and was like,
Football
hey,
is tough.
Alan, man, you should run.
That would have been the best thing. Run. Run.
And it was funny because when I posted this short, people were kind of losing their minds. They're like, he had to stop blocking because he was holding. So he does have some jersey. Okay. You know what you can do though, is you can open your hand, but keep your feet moving, right? Like you can stay in front of a defender. Instead, you're trying to stop Will Anderson like this. You know what's not going to happen? That.
Yes.
You got to at least have your body in front of him. Like it was, Dawkins is your new favorite Bills player. It was awful blocking. He got sacked a ton in that game. I think it was 8 times. And, a lot of it came from that. It was just undisciplined blocking or guys that kind of gave up on the play halfway through. So, and I can tell you, Josh Allen would have rather had the penalty than get smacked by Will Anderson Jr.
Even in the position he's at right there and where Josh is, and let's say that was the only person, if you're still at least giving him a push, maybe at least knock him a little to where he's going past the push. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Something, though, is better than, oh, man, hope you don't. Ooh, he did get it. Dang it. I've seen guys who have terrible plays at least, throwing their arms out there made it look like they were doing something.
Well, that's the thing. At least have the effort. As soon as you see him stand straight up and then stop moving his feet, you're like, oh, you're a traffic cone. Like, dude just has to run around you now. Because even if you put your arm out there, you got no leverage or anything. Like, you have no power behind just swinging an arm around a guy that, is, 250 plus 260 more?
Yeah, with a high motor.
Just flailing an arm. So, it was...
no turkey at Thanksgiving.
No turkey. Yeah, exactly. So I feel bad for him there. Let's see what other news we got. We got the Brandon Ayuk contract getting voided, which is crazy. So this was Shanahan addressing that.
A lot of things get a contract voided. I didn't even know. Honestly, I've never dealt with that in my career. I've been in any building that's had that, so it was unusual. But that's stuff that I can't get into right now.
Now, obviously, he can't really talk about it. But John Lynch would have been the guy that they should have asked about that.
Right.
That being said, are you giving up not only the $29 million for this year, but it brings the whole contract into question? That was $140 million contract.
Right. So what was the guaranteed money on that? When I kept reading this article and I was like, he gets paid for this year, right? Even though he's not, he's been injured, right?
No.
How do you do, what language should they have in there to where they could void the year that he's in?
Because he's not showing up to meetings and doing what he's supposed to do. So it would be like not going to work, right? They're not going to pay you. You don't show up. Well, so that's more or less what's going on is he's just not showing up. And basically, turning into AB. It's just very weird.
Except the difference is Pittsburgh sends you away when you go crazy. So you can't it's too late to send them to Pittsburgh.
There's that. You could send them to the Raiders though.
There you go.
It's wild because basically he's just not showing up for meetings and stuff like he wasn't even physically able to play. So it's not even like you would have to do any of the real practices. It's just like going to the meetings and
just
stuff.
Be around.
You're giving up $29 million immediately.
Yeah.
Like that's this year's guarantee that you just forfeited. That is insane to me.
Yes. Somebody said, hey, we don't want you to run, jump, do, catch anything. Just be around. And I'm like, wait. I get $29 million just for being around?
Showing up.
Sure. I'm sleeping at the facility. Like, I'm like, Guys come in the morning. Hey guys, what's up? Yeah, just here to collect the 29 mil. You know, what's up? What can I do? Y'all need some water? I get some water. Need some towels?
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, well, yeah, and he didn't try to appeal it. I mean, you'd lose the appeal because you're just not showing up to work. So, I mean, that would be like the chase
Sitting on
appeal.
a guy and then appealing the.
Yeah, right. Like,
we're on the same page.
yeah, no, exactly. I'm right there with you. Yeah, so it's no, like he would have failed that appeal, so that that wouldn't have mattered.
Right.
But now, had he gone to the appeal and they'd be like, "Look, we'll give you some of it if you start showing up like you're supposed to, like the contract language requires you to." Again, there's zero scenario where I'm just giving up $29 million.
I agree. I can't. First off, like I said, I just would have done the right thing in the first place, right? Second, I don't think they just woke up one morning and said, all right, we're voiding the whole thing. There had to be some kind of conversation. I would feel like some communication somewhere along the way. And were you just like, F you guys? Like, do you think that next year, coming off of this injury and leaving them, that you're getting 29 million or more, a huge contract from somebody else after they've watched this whole thing unfold? Now, it's NFL. People are crazy. You know, maybe that's what he's banking on. But I'm not giving up a whole year of it on the hope that, yeah, I'll be 100% healthy next year. Somebody will see that I'm 100% healthy. I mean, unless you're already talking to somebody right now and you have that contract in hand, like I don't understand any of this stance. You know, I'm being a model citizen just to make sure, okay, hey, I know I'll be healthy and I know such and such has been out there, but just in case something falls through. So,
well, especially not being healthy, because it's not like you have to do anything, right? Like you're literally going to sit through meetings that you're not even necessarily going to be much of a part of because you're not playing, right?
Right.
You know, because a lot of those meetings are going over what you just did, good, bad, whatever, and then it's going over the next game and any kind of wrinkles you're implementing and stuff like that, which honestly is going to have little to do with the guy that has no danger of getting on the field. Right. Then you go out to the practice field, you can't practice. So, I mean, they're literally just like, hey, be present.
Come hang out.
Right? That's it. Like you can't figure that out for $30 million. Like that is insane.
Yeah. And it's not like an 8-hour shift they're asking for. They're like, hey, you know, we've got a 3-hour practice. Come to the 3-hour practice. Come through the walkthrough. Come to the stuff that you were going to do anyway. Without it's like somebody saying, hey, we're going to pay you your full salary to come to work, but you don't have to do any of the work. But wait a minute. So I can just come, sit in the queue, play on my phone, watch you guys work, maybe catch up on my Netflix, and like, yeah, just be there. But not even for the whole 8-hour shift. We just want you there, like, hey, 3 hours a day, come by the office, we'll give you your whole salary. Like,
yeah, they want to give him $29 million for the way that I approached high school. I'm going to show up, pay attention, but I was present, kind of, and not mentally, but physically, I was mostly there.
Right.
So,
I was there. Yeah.
They're like, oh, 29 mil. Okay. Yeah. I mean, for 29 mil, I probably would have paid attention, but.
Oh, yeah. 29 million. I'm like this front row, front seat. Like, yes, right? Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Yeah. Yep. Nobody waking me up to get to class. Like, no, this is.
Or waking
this
me
is where
up
you just
class.
know you've kind of, oh shoot, mom comes in to wake you up. They're like, where are you at? I'm like, out waiting for the bus already. I'm good. Like, I'm figuring this out, mom. We're good. So I don't.
So this isn't what it was. The thing is he was missing things that he could have been at. They definitely would have given you a pass if you're in rehab or anything like that, especially because you're not going to play. So that's not an issue. Guys miss meetings because of rehab all the time. Like that's not part of it. He was just not going to the facility. I mean,
maybe Uber didn't show up in time. Maybe there are other reasons. The Uber app is broken. He couldn't catch a ride.
Yeah, I hate it when I'm a multimillionaire. I can't figure out how to get a car.
I mean,
I'm broke. I still show up on time. Like, I don't understand.
Yes. That's the thing.
Plus,
For all of us that have had crappy jobs that we showed up for, we're like, the $29 million job is the one you can't show up for.
Especially one that requires very little effort. I mean, you got to show up. You got to, pay attention in case they ask you a question, but you don't have to be like, okay, I'm going to implement this. It's like you're implementing 0 things.
Right.
You're going to go and warm up some of that plastic bench.
Yeah.
It's really, really not that big of a deal.
Yeah. And if you didn't want to be there, you just shouldn't have done this holdout or shouldn't have signed the contract in the first place. Because what you're telling me is when I was healthy, I was willing to be there for $29 million. But if I'm not healthy, I just don't feel like doing nothing for the $29 million. That doesn't make sense.
I mean, he wanted out before he signed the contract. So, I mean, This has been sort of a toxic relationship anyway. The other thing is it's not like you play in a cold city where you're like, I just didn't want to stand outside in the cold. In California, like what?
Right.
What are we doing? The middle of winter, it's still not terrible outside.
Right. Like the perfect situation. Just go to work.
But apparently not. Apparently not. I wish I would have played that. I was supposed to play this during the Shedeur conversation, just because this would have spun that Kyle guy up even more. That was his name, right? Yeah, Kyle.
Yeah.
Practice, you know what I mean? This 1 week of practice. So imagine, what a full off season look like. It get dangerous, but it's just a 1 week of practice. So I'm just truly thankful.
Practice. It makes me think of the AI, but but at the same time, I get what he's trying to say, but he's been there.
It comes off wrong.
I get that you have him first team reps and stuff, but you have been practicing with the team. It's not like you arrived yesterday. But it was just it was a funny clip. Just because dude, calm down. It was one win against arguably one of the worst teams in the league. And you had one of the best efforts from a defense in years.
Yes.
No,
that clip just being posted on Twitter, one of the most polarizing clips. And anybody who talked about it, but I know we don't go, but people are trying to put it along racial lines. And I was like, there's people on both sides that are like, that was an unlikable clip, period. I don't get how Shedeur Sanders is the thing that's going to divide us all. I'm not invested enough for this to be a hill I'm going to die on. You know what I mean? I'm just I hope he does well. I'm glad that he won. That's all you're getting from me. That's
the thing. Kudos to him for building a ridiculous brand that has a following that's second to none. Because it's crazy. Yes. But at the same time, how is you just telling the truth about the level of gameplay? You're now racist.
Right.
That is the first thing I encounter every time I analyze a part of his game. They're like, oh, you just hate black people. I'm like, I mean, what?
I have a friend that was called racist over Shedeur takes. And I was like, first off, he's a friend of mine. So if he's racist, he's doing a really good job.
Yeah.
He is amazing at it. I'm impressed. I'm not even mad at him. I'm impressed. I'm like, wow, But at the same time,
good job.
Yeah, how is evaluating a quarterback? And can we keep in mind everybody who's jumped on the whole Shedeur thing and rates a black quarterback was taken number 1 in the draft, right? Nobody's if you go out there and call Cam Ward trash, nobody cares.
Nope.
But if I said Shedeur and one start was he was okay. Oh, you just hate him, you race. I'm like, you know what? Cam Ward's the worst quarterback I've ever seen. Oh, that's fine. But you can't talk about Shedeur. I'm like, wait. Which, by the way, no, anybody who's cutting that clip, no, I'm not talking about. I've never even watched Cam Ward. He's on
it's already out there. It's spliced together.
Look, I feel for Cam Ward in his position with a terrible O-line and a terrible team, and maybe he gets better later. Who knows? I have no idea.
The thing that's funny is, then people will bring up you guys were fine with Manziel. It's like, No, we all thought he was a jerk too. Like, what are you talking about?
Yes. Who was okay with? There are Alabama fans hate Manziel right now, and we ain't even played him forever. So what are we talking about? So
yeah, no, it's
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 crazy.
funny. Like, there's not a lot of actual thought that's behind it. They want to be triggered about nothing. Hey, what's up, man? Way to miss the show, buddy.
And we talked good about the Dolphins for like 20 minutes, Raj, and you missed the whole thing.
Yeah, you should go back and watch and listen for it.
Yes. And what's up, Enrique, man?
You're
It's
gonna be
always good to see
mad.
you, sir.
But so
hey,
one other clip before we do the power rankings here is there was a little bit of a scuffle after the Niners-Panthers game, and in real time, you didn't really know why Juwan Jennings went after Trayvon.
Right.
But this is what actually happened.
Hit him in the balls, and I was real proud of Juwan for not losing his mind out there and getting him to the sideline.
TV gonna tell you what happened, man. I was just responding to me some childish behavior. That's all it was.
He wanted to do a little dirty stuff, so.
It's funny that Trayvon's like, oh, he wanted to do some dirty stuff. But, like, you see him punch him straight in the jaw.
Yes.
I mean.
To where he got suspended. So, yeah. Everybody's like, yeah, we have cameras.
Right.
Call Jamar Chase. Call Jamar Chase. You guys talk these things out and come up with better excuses. So, and you read a little bit more about it. And I never realized this, that a lot of defenders don't like Juwan Jennings because he's very physical and blocks them a lot. And sometimes after the whistle is still blocking. That was their whole thing. A lot of them don't like that. That's okay. Well, throw him to the ground in the middle of the block and move on. But like going for the nuts like that and spitting, those are not the retaliations.
Yeah, get better at your craft. Figure out how to get off a block. Like, just because you can't get off a block doesn't mean you can be mad at the other guy. You should be mad at yourself. Yeah, exactly. You know, like, you just can't do it. I always liked a physical receiver as a corner. I was like, oh, this is going to be a battle. Like, let's go. Because most of the time, receivers are, when it comes to blocking, a lot of receivers are not great at it. Yeah, they're like, right? They're not used to hitting people. They don't particularly like hitting people.
Right.
So, yeah, anytime you get a real physical one, it's like, okay, this is going to be a battle. It's going to be fun all day. Now, I guess he doesn't appreciate that. But at the same time, it lets you work on your craft. It's like, okay, I need to learn how to get off this block. You know, if you got a real physical guy that's holding on to you or whatever, like, you got to figure that out. It's part of the game.
Yeah.
So,
no, I agree. That's also like, if I'm a corner, I don't want to let it be known that that's what got under my skin. Is the receiver was physical and that really made me mad, And like I said, there's people, oh, he does a lot of stuff we don't like and a little dirty, whatever. I mean, but if it comes down to it, if it's something that's not getting called, is it really just he was blocking me a little bit after the whistle? Well, take that time to block him, hit him back after the whistle. And I don't mean hit him back. I mean, hit him back after the whistle if he's coming after you and get your licks in that way. But
and also, like, if you got one that's super aggressive that's coming at you like that, you should have good enough footwork that if you get out of the way, they're way out of position, right? Like, if you got somebody that's hyper aggressive off the line to come and get you and body you up, then you need to figure out how to, do that sidestep so that they whiff, right? And then all of a sudden you got a free path because they were so aggressive charging at you. If they miss, they're by you. Right. So it's, I don't know. Get better at your job. Don't get mad. So, all right, let's do the power rankings here while we only have a couple minutes.
Let's do it.
And, the biggest mover here is the Bills continue to fall. They are so Josh Allen centric that if he isn't Superman, that team looks terrible. And when he's making mistakes, which he's done over the last couple of weeks, the team can't recover because the defense can't stop anybody, and every score has to be Josh Allen. So if he has a bad day, it's a bad day. Everybody else just kind of moved up a little bit. I did finally put the Patriots up in the top 5. Tough to argue with a 9-win team.
Yeah. Like you said, regardless of who they're playing, they're doing well. I'm sorry, I had to look at. So Buffalo's only won one game where they failed to score 30 points, and that was 28-21 over the Chiefs. So sorry, I had to check that real quick because I was thinking. I mean, he's right. Like, and that's not what you want from your team. All right, if you don't get us to 30, we're done. And then you look at this last game against a great defense. One of your scores was on special teams. Otherwise, you can't beat the Davis Mills, anemic offense Texans. That's was the Chiefs really your Super Bowl and one time you guys showed up, and then that was kind of it for everything else. So, which by the way, Alabama did that last year, so we get it.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, the Bills realistically may not even be on this list next week. I mean, there's
I could see that.
Other teams that are coming, and the Bills are just falling off like crazy. That Eagles loss was kind of rough.
Man, how do you stop scoring halfway through the second quarter as a Super Bowl contender against a terrible defense?
And their offense has just been bad. Like it's not like their offense has been, this was an outlier. Like their offense hasn't been able to do anything really all season. They've been able to win, like gut out wins, but they just don't look good doing it.
No.
It's going to be hard to do that in postseason play if you're going to play like that, because you're going to get up against some teams that are going to score points.
Yeah. Like, I think this is very accurate here. I think both the Rams and Seahawks are way more consistent, plus defensive wise. And they have a clear identity. I think the Eagles are a running team. And then like last game, it seemed like they were passing all over the yard, and then they just kind of lost themselves somewhere. I mean, you're up 21-0. It doesn't seem like there was any way of trying to salt it away. And yeah, the AJ Brown thing, definitely, you could see that there was more of, okay, let's keep AJ happy this week. But is AJ happier this week with lots of targets and a loss?
Yes.
No.
Which
he is sad, right?
No. So AJ Brown, Diggs, but both those guys are the me show, right? It's I would rather have my targets and stats in a loss than win. And even though that's not what they say, it's what they show, right? So before people barbecue me for saying, oh, you hate these guys or, whatever, because it seems like it's that kind of show today. It has nothing to do with that. It's just, you can say whatever you want, but actions are a real thing, right?
What up, JB? Yep.
Hey.
And let's just say this real quick then. Your rushing leader last year, Saquon, had 10 carries. So, I mean, okay.
Yeah, they weren't even trying to run.
No.
So, but yeah, the rest of them, it just kind of rounds it out. The Bears look like they're actually kind of doing something. Ugly wins, but they're wins. Same with the Broncos. Yeah. They still haven't figured out how to play offense for 4 quarters, but they keep winning. So the Lions, although it was a win, it was against a bad team. But the
Lions win, or did Jahmyr Gibbs win? Because good grief.
I mean, the
what
thing
was everyone
Lions,
else doing?
though, is you can't be mad at ugly victories, right? Like when you're having an off day and you can gut out a win, it at least shows you can kind of persevere through bad situations. Obviously, again, they were playing the Giants, which are bad, and really it came down to Jameis Winston becoming the Jameis Winston we all know at the end, and that sealed the victory for the Lions. But at the same time, can't barbecue them too much. They did find a way to win. AJ to stop. Yeah, he's not going to do that. Like that is just the
how it goes this year.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's just the landscape of sports today, because that's the age of the guys that are playing. Is they're going to tweet about everything, and then when they're mad, they're going to delete the team that they play for.
Yes,
they get this weird social media thing, and I don't know. It's a weird deal. that being said, I didn't realize the time yet again. I got to get up out of here. And, man, this is going to be a rough day, I guess. So
it's going to be great from here.
appreciate everybody tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe. Otherwise, we're going to get out of here. See you later.